Okay. All right. Okay. So, okay, I'm going to present my screen. Okay, so you guys just focus on the slides that I'm going to show you guys. All right. Okay. All right. Once again, as a reminder, if my voice becomes stuck or anything, please let me know immediately. All right. Okay. If I don't read your chat, please let me know immediately through your microphone. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So I'll open the chat here and just in case I miss anything. All right. Okay. So your English project. Okay. So what will you guys be doing? Okay. So basically, I'm going to ask you guys to go and travel. Okay. But not really physically travel lah. Okay. All right. Travel just at home. Okay. On your devices. Okay. All right, so you guys are going to travel somewhere else outside of Malaysia, okay? Your choice, okay? You can choose wherever you want, okay, for this project, okay? And of course, you are going to look for information, okay? So this is going to be a bit more easier compared to how you did your previous history and geography punya kerja khusus tu kan, okay, last year kan, like this year tak, belum lagi, right? Okay, last year, because last year you were in the hostel, okay, for those staying outside, it would be easier lah, okay, but most of you are staying in the hostel, but for now, okay, since we are all at home, okay, so let's take this advantage lah, okay, being at home. All right, it's easier for everyone, okay, to gain information. Okay, all right, okay, so I'm going to go to the guideline, okay, on okay, all right. So what you're going to do is some sort of like a tourist information guide. Okay. All right. Okay. If you go anywhere to travel, no matter inside Malaysia or outside Malaysia, for example, if you go to a hotel to check in, okay, you will have these, or you go to a travel agency, you will have all these, what do you call, a pamphlet. Okay. It's normally the fold in three. Okay. And you can see basic information about the place. Okay. For example, if you take a pamphlet on Cameron Highlands, for example, then you will have a brief summary of the place. Okay, but to ask you guys to, at first, yeah, I was thinking about asking you guys to do a pamphlet, but not everyone, okay, because I'm thinking of everyone, lah, to be fair to everyone, not everyone at home has a PC or laptop, okay? Some of you are just using a phone. All right, so to be fair, okay, I was thinking, okay, we'll do it a bit more differently lah. Okay, we will not do a pamphlet. All right. Okay. We'll do it in another week. Okay, I'll get to that. Okay. For now, just focus. I will go step by step. Okay. You can stop me anytime if you want to ask any questions. Okay. Don't wait until I finish the whole briefing today. Okay. If you have any questions, ask immediately. Okay. All right. Okay. So you are you imagine that you are giving information to a tourist or tourists lah. Okay, plural or singular lah. Okay, so you gain information. Okay, and you put it into an information guide. Okay. All right. So that you imagine that if a tourist reads this information guide, they will know about the place. Okay. All right. So first thing is to, of course, to determine the location that you want to do this project. Okay. All right. So I've set a few conditions lah. Okay. A few conditions. Okay. First one. Okay. It must be from another country, of course. Okay. I don't want you guys to write about Malaysia lah. Okay. Go somewhere else. So we have a lot of other countries outside of Malaysia. Okay. Just choose one that you would like. Okay, Japan or Sweden or Australia or wherever you want. Okay, but okay, you must not choose the country itself. Okay, for example, like, okay, I want to write about Malaysia. No, okay, because it will be too broad. macam terlalu luas sangat dia punya presentation tu. I want your presentation to be more focused. Okay, alright. This must be a more focused presentation. Okay, so you should either choose a state in the country or a region or a district. For example, for Malaysia, you can choose Cameron Highlands or you can choose Melaka. All right, okay, don't choose Malaysia as a whole. Okay, so I don't want you guys to choose a country. If you want to choose America, for example, okay, so don't choose America as a whole. Okay, so either you can take Los Angeles, for example, or New York. All right, okay, so choose a state or a region or a district. Can we form groups? Okay, all right. Okay, I'll get to that now. Okay, step by step. Okay, all right. Okay. Third. Okay, can I put 2 states? Okay, all right. Bukan apa because I'll get to that also. Okay, I'll get to that also. Okay, all right. Number 3. Okay, it must be a place suitable for tourists to visit, of course. Okay, all right, because we have, if you Google dangerous places to visit in the world, okay, so you will get maybe a 10 dangerous places to visit and those lists lah. Okay, so don't choose those places lah. Okay, for example, like places that has a high rate of crime. Okay, all right, choose the nice place for you to go on a holiday. All right. Okay, and the 4th point I put here, you must cite the URL. Okay, for reference. Okay, this is just like your kerja khusus for history and geography lah. Okay, your coursework. Okay, where you have the rujukan kan. Okay, so whatever website you use to gain information for this project, take note put it in maybe a word or a note or wherever the URL for each and every. If you use one website, one lah. Okay, if you use three lah. Okay, every single time you visit a website and you find it useful for you to do this project, okay, make sure that you save the link to the website. Okay, kalau ada 10 pun 10 lah. Alright. Okay, so don't forget. Lagi bila dah siap, mana pergi link aku semua tak save. So every time you visit a site, you find it useful, save the link automatically. Alright, somewhere lah on Microsoft Word ke mana-mana lah. Okay, on your phone ada apps, notes kan dan sebagainya. Alright, okay. So after you have determined the location, okay, Rian and Zarfa, I'll get to your questions. Okay, because right now we are focusing on each section by section. Okay, how we carry out the project, that will come afterwards. So I'll get to that. Okay. Second, okay, so when you look for information, okay, when you have determined the place, for example, you want to write about New York, for example. Okay, so these are the things that you must have. Okay, so these are the points that you must have. Okay, so let's look at what one by one. Okay, again, just a reminder, you don't have to write anything. Just focus and ask anything related. For example, like right now we are talking about looking what to look for information. So try to narrow down your questions to what I'm explaining right now. Okay, all right. Because I'm going to, as usual, if I do a PowerPoint slide, I will share it in the group afterwards. So you don't have to screenshot or take note or whatever. Okay. Tapi kalau macam ada benda yang penting-penting nak catat, tak apalah. Okay, because sometimes I write less on the PowerPoint and I explain, right? Okay, so my explanation yang you rasa yang you perlu take note, yang tu nak salin tak apalah. But yang macam 1 until 7 ni tak payahlah salin. This one I will share afterwards. Okay, alright, so what you have to do is first is the overview of the place lah. Okay, so of course you have to introduce the place lah. Alright, okay, introduce the place. Not everyone knows about the place that you have chosen. You will choose, not have chosen, you will choose. Okay, so a bit of the overview, or maybe if it's a place that has a history, for example, you can tell a bit of the history of the place. Okay, that's number 1. Okay, Number two, okay, what can you do at that place? Okay, maybe that place is a place for you to go for an adventure, for example, like hiking or whatever. Okay, maybe it's a place that has a beautiful scenery and so on, like Cameron Highlands, can. Okay, so what are the main things that you can do at that place? So that is number two. If you notice, number two and number four is almost the same, kan? Number two is what can you do, and number four is things to do. Okay, so I'll explain what's the difference between number two and number four. Okay, so pay attention. Okay, so number two is what are the main things that you can do at that place? Okay, for example, like Cameron Highlands, you can go and pluck strawberries, you can go to the tea farm to drink fresh tea and so on. Okay, all right, that is number two. All right, okay. So don't get confused on number two and number four. Okay, number three, when to visit. Okay, so when is the most suitable time? Because some places outside of Malaysia, they have more than one seasons. Okay, so you don't want to go to for example, like America in maybe November or December, because that is the time, okay, where it's very freezing. Okay, it's not really a suitable time for you to go for a holiday, especially at the end of December. Okay, when the snow starts falling down, starts coming down, all right, falling down, like coming down, that is the nice time lah. Okay, but when you go in the middle of winter or towards the end of winter, that is not really the time for you to go to visit for a holiday lah, because even Americans will stay inside their houses and not go outside. Okay, all right, number four. Okay, things to do. Okay, all right. So what's the difference with number two just now? Number two is what are the things that you can do at that place. Okay, but things to do. All right, this number four and number five is related lah. Okay, things to do and things to avoid doing. Okay, all right. For example, I'll just take an example. All right, for example, like in Japan. Okay, those who are not really familiar with Japan's culture. Okay, this is normally related to culture lah. Okay, so for example, in Japan, I think most of you know that they really prioritize on cleanliness. Okay, tentang kebersihan. Even if their people come to other places, okay, for example, if they visit the stadium, they will collect all the rubbish. Okay, so that is an example lah. Okay, for example, when you come to Malaysia, okay, things to do is, for example lah, okay, when you visit someone, okay, you must take off your shoes with before coming in, because in Western countries, some of them they wear their shoes inside their house. Okay, if you don't know lah. Okay, all right, I was a bit shocked juga lah when I was in America. Okay, so things to do and things to avoid doing ni macam apa yang patut you buat dan apa yang tak patut you buat. Okay, dia beza dengan number two tu. Number two is the things that you can do at that place, the main attractions or the main activities that you can do. Okay, so number four is your actions at that place. Okay, for example, when you see someone, you bow. Okay, so dia number four and number five ni more towards the culture of the place. Okay, what to avoid doing that can offend the people at that place. Okay, so this number four and number five is more about the culture. Okay, you have to figure out a bit more deeper into the culture of the people there at that place. Okay, all right. Okay, number six. Okay, other information is general lah. Okay, besides number one until number five, what other information you want to share? Okay, that goes under number six. Okay, and number seven. Okay, just make a small or a short conclusion of the place lah. Okay, all right, Miro Haziq. Okay, sabar ya. Okay, so I'll get to that. I'm going step by step so that no one gets confused. Okay, right now we are at the part of looking for information. Okay, what form of it? I'll get to that. Okay, all right. So far 3 questions, but I tak nak lompat-lompat. Okay, if you get what I mean. All right. Okay, so I'm going step by step. Okay, so Asana. Alright, okay, so so far for number one and number two first, ada tak soalan yang berkenaan dulu? Just now was determining the location. Okay, for those who just came in, okay, the place must not be in Malaysia. It must when you choose, you must not the project must not be on the whole country, but you must choose maybe an area or a state or a region in the country, okay? And it must be a suitable place for tourists to visit lah, of course, because you are doing a tourist information guide, okay? And make sure to take note of all the websites, the URL of the websites that you use. Okay, so number 1 and number 2, any questions? Determine location and look for information. Okay, alright, no questions ah. Okay, so far 46 plus 1, 47 lah. Okay, still not everyone is here. Okay, so I will have to share the video afterwards lah. Okay. Alright, okay, so preparation for the presentation. Okay, so here's the word presentation here. Okay, so of course, okay, I've mentioned the word presentation just now, kalau you guys present. So the project will be in a presentation form. Okay. Alright, okay, ada nak tanya soalan ke?
Sir, about the country, kalau saya buat two state tak apa, two state.
Okay, alright. Okay, yeah, it's related to here. Okay, cuma okay, I'll get to your question lah. Alright, okay. If because we okay, like I said just now, we have 72 students. Okay, and just imagine if everyone does more than one region or more than one state, their presentation will be longer. Okay, I want to try to minimize so that if not all, okay, most of you can get the chance to present. Okay, so getting 72 presentations, just imagine how many classes that will take, okay, to finish. Okay, so try to stick to the guideline. Okay, all right, just one place. Okay, all right, just one place, and make it more detailed about that place. Okay. All right. Okay. So I hope that answers Zarfan's question. Rian's question, I'll get to that. Okay. And Amirul Haziq also. Amirul Haziq, actually, your question is right now. Okay. So we are going to, like I said just now, at first I wanted to ask you guys to do a pamphlet, but maybe that's going to be a bit more difficult lah, especially for those on your phone. Okay. So what I want you guys to do is to present. Okay. All right, hopefully everyone is familiar with PowerPoint lah. Okay, that is the most basic application, okay, that you can use. Okay, so here are the list of some examples that you can use lah. Okay, if you do not want to use Microsoft PowerPoint, okay, you can also use Google Slides. Okay, Google Slides is actually the same thing, but it's instead of Microsoft, it's from Google lah. It's another company. Okay, it's actually the same thing, except Google Slides is saved online lah. All right, Microsoft PowerPoint is saved on your PC. All right. Besides Google Slides and PowerPoint, there are also other presentation providers that use their websites. Okay, for example, like Prezi.com and Canva.com, and a lot more actually. Okay, cuma yang famousnya macam Prezi and Canva lah. Okay, but please, if you wish to use Prezi, okay, or Canva or whatever online presentation generator, okay, make sure that you know how to use it by yourself. Okay, because honestly, I know of Prezi because I have seen my lecturers when I was in the university. I seen my lecturers use it, but personally, I haven't used it myself. Okay, so if you want, you explore by yourself. Okay, just make sure that if you use this online presentation providers like Prezi, okay, make sure you don't maybe I think you first you will have to create an account lah, maybe lah, sebab yalah dia nak save dekat mana kan benda tu kan. Okay, because the presentation is online, so most probably you will have to create an account on the website. Okay, and make sure that when you share the link to me, okay, don't delete the PowerPoint the presentation from the site lah. Okay, make sure it's available all the time. Okay, presentation kena siap sebelum hari apa? Sabar. Okay, I'm getting to that. Okay, alright. Okay, I'll cover everything. Don't worry. Don't worry. Okay, right now we are talking about the methods first. Okay, the timeline of this project, I'll get to that at the end. Okay, all right. Okay, so those who are not on using your PC or laptop, you don't have a PC or laptop, I'm not forcing you to have a PC or laptop, but I'm not saying that it's impossible. Okay, to be honest, this PowerPoint presentation that I'm showing you right now, okay, was not made on my laptop. Okay, because I jenis yang malas nak buka laptop. Okay, this PowerPoint presentation was made on my handphone. Okay, so don't say it's impossible. All right. Okay. Personally, I use WPS Office on my phone because it's free. Okay. All right, and it has all the functions lah. Dia boleh buka PowerPoint, dia boleh buka Word, dia boleh buka Excel dan hampir semua lah. PDF pun dia boleh buka. So if you don't have a Office application on your phone, you can install WPS Office. Or another option is to use Google Slides. Okay, Google Slides dia universal. Even on your PC you can use it, on your phone pun boleh. Okay, if you notice the missed submissions list, okay, yang panjang berjela sampai dah jadi 2 chat tu, I sampai rasa macam semak dah dalam group tu. So I transferred it to Google Docs. Kalau you perasan yang link yang I share tu, missed submission list you guys tu, sebab dah terlalu panjang, that I use Google Docs. Okay, so Google pun sebenarnya dia punya Microsoft, dia macam Microsoft juga, dia ada Google Slides, dia ada Google Docs, okay, Google Sheets, okay, dia ada macam Microsoft Office juga. Okay, so this is up to you which one you want to choose. Okay, but to me lah, okay, it's easier to use the offline lah, Microsoft PowerPoint on PC or WPS Office on your phone, because you have the soft copy of the thing and you can easily send it to me. Okay, and you don't have to worry about terdelete. Okay, lepas you dah send kat I, you nak delete pun boleh. Okay, kalau macam you save on Prezi.com or any website, you just have to make sure that you don't delete it. Okay, right, sebab takut lagi bila I nak bagi markah lagi, I click on the link, oh, link is unavailable. Memang zero lah, I tak boleh nak tengok dia punya slides tu. Okay. Alright, okay. So this is the preparation for the presentation. Number 4. Okay, of course, when you prepare a presentation, you have to present lah. Okay. Alright. So this is the part that I'm going to cover next week. Okay. This week, today is the briefing. Tomorrow I have something. I will post a Google form. Okay, for today and tomorrow and until the end of this week lah. First thing that I want you guys to think about is the place and look for information first. Okay, all right. How to present? When is your turn to present? That will be in another briefing session next week, next Wednesday. All right. Okay. Project timeline. Okay, yang LZ ke Elfie yang tanya tadi. Okay, LZ tanya presentation kena siap sebelum hari apa. Okay, this is the timeline that I plan lah. Okay, today is the 18th. Okay, project briefing that we are having right now. Okay, basically briefing on the project. Okay, but not the presentation. Okay, that will be next week, like I said, on the 25th, next Wednesday. Okay, the presentation briefing will be next Wednesday. All right. Tomorrow, 19th of August, I will give you a Google form and I will collect data on your what place, okay, you will choose. Okay. So I will give the Google form link tomorrow. Okay, but okay, you don't have to submit the Google form tomorrow. Okay, sebab yalah baru bagi briefing hari ini, takkan nak ada everything by tomorrow. Okay, so I'll give you until Sunday lah. Okay, to submit the Google form. Okay, alright, the Google form will, saya tunjuk kat you guys lah so that you guys know. How to open. Okay. I have different Google accounts. Okay, so my Google form is here. Okay, so the Google form that I'm going to show you guys tomorrow, okay, is this one. Okay, of course you have your full name here, your class here. All right. Choose a country. Okay, for example, okay, you write here the country name here. Okay, and the region or state or district here. For example, here Malaysia. Walaupun Malaysia memang tak boleh pilih lah. Cuma ni contoh. Okay, Malaysia here. Again, and you write Cameron Highlands here. Okay, so this is the thing that I'm going to ask you to fill out tomorrow lah. Okay, so if by tomorrow I post this link, but you guys still haven't decided the place, don't worry. Like I said, this I will give you time until latest Sunday lah. Okay, to give me the country that you want to work on and the place. Okay. Alright, okay. So yang tu je lah untuk hari ni. Okay, because I don't want to go into the technicals of the presentation yet. Okay. Alright, but since dah ada 2 orang dah tanya kan. Okay, this will be an individual presentation. Okay. Alright. But okay, how to present, when to present, when is your turn, and everything, the technicals of the presentation, like I said, that will be on the 25th next week. Okay, don't think too much lah. Okay, I don't want to confuse you guys, okay, too much. Okay, that's why I didn't put everything, every single detail of the project in the briefing today. Today I just want you guys to focus on selecting the place and looking for information and to choose what type of presentation medium that you want to use. Do you want to use Google Sheets Google Slides? Google Sheets is Excel sebenarnya. Okay, you want to use PowerPoint, you want to use Prezi, you want to use Canva, you want to use WPS Office. So these 3 things that I want you guys to think of. Okay, presentation, hold on first, don't think of it yet. Okay, how to present, when to present. Okay, just select your place and look for information. Okay, those who just came in, okay, I don't want to repeat myself. Okay, so don't worry, afterwards I'm going to share the video of the recording for today's briefing, okay, in the Telegram group, and I will also share this PowerPoint slide. Okay, so don't worry. Okay, all right, because obviously not everyone is here right now. Okay, baru 48. Okay, all right. Okay, so far from 1 until number 3. Okay, number 1 until number 3, determine location. Number 2 is look for information. 3, the preparation for presentation. Any questions for number 1 until number 3? Okay, sebab number 4 memang I tak nak cover lagi hari ni. That will be next Wednesday. Okay, but you have the project timeline here lah. Okay, I bagi tahu siap-siap. Okay, so next, I tak habis lagi tadi kan. Okay, next Wednesday will be the presentation briefing. And then 26, maksudnya Khamis depan, belum lagi mula presentation. Okay, but I will have another data collection which will, I will ask for your slides. Okay, sebelum present, I nak your slides dulu. Okay, either if you do it secara offline using Microsoft PowerPoint, you have to send me the PowerPoint slide in the PPTX file, or if you do it on Prezi or Canva, you will have to send me the URL lah. Okay, but like I said, don't ask me how to do it. Okay, kalau you pilih nak guna Prezi, guna, tapi jangan tanya I how to use it, how to share the link and so on. Yang tu sebab I sendiri tak pernah guna. Okay, cuma I bagi tahu that you have different mediums for you to choose. Sebab Prezi dia punya ni macam fancy sikit, dia lain sikit lah, nampak lain sikit berbanding dengan apa Microsoft PowerPoint. Okay, boleh download lah. Oh, okay. Thank you for informing. Okay, dia akan jadi dalam bentuk PDF. Tak perlu link. Oh, okay. Good. Alright. Okay, nampaknya you lagi tahu daripada I. Okay. So, okay, since Amirul Haziq dah inform, okay, if you do it, are you talking about Prezi, Amirul Haziq? Or you talking about Canva? Prezi. Okay, kalau dia boleh Okay, Canva, right. Kalau you do it online and you have the macam Amirul Haziq kata, you have the option to download into a PDF form, send it to me in a PDF form or whatever form lah. Janji I dapat benda tu. Okay, and I can view the thing. Okay, and then the following week after that, starting from the 1st of September, okay, onwards, maksudnya onwards ni I don't know when we will finish lah, tapi I target that the presentation will take maybe 2 to 3 weeks jugalah. Okay, alright, okay, depends on how long you present lah, sebab tu yang macam Zafran tanya tadi. Okay, can I do on two states? Okay, so that will make your presentation longer and hopefully that more students can present. Okay, kalau that means that I tak nak lah you guys present terlalu panjang. Okay, alright, okay, so starting from the 1st September lah is the presentation. That is my plan for now. Okay, alright, any questions? Ada tak soalan yang I tak terjawab tadi? Okay, individual or group I dah jawab dah. Okay, it's going to be individual. Okay, presentation kena siap sebelum hari apa? So you have the date here already. Okay, so I'm going to give you the time to give me starting next Thursday until next Sunday lah. So latest is next Sunday lah for you to submit the PowerPoint soft copy. Okay, but you still have to present lah the following week. Okay. Alright, so dalam bentuk apa dah jawab dah. Okay, so I rasa semua dah jawab dah soalan. Okay, Putra, is something wrong with your microphone? Oh, you want to ask something? Putra okay ke tak ni? Oh, I have to mute you. Putra, are you trying to say something? Okay, anyone else who would like to ask something? Tak boleh mute. Okay. Anyone else? Okay. Tak ada. Alright. Putra, I had to mute you. Okay, because you didn't mute your microphone. Okay, alright. If there aren't any more questions, okay, so we will end the session here today. Okay, afterwards I'll have to upload the video, okay, to maybe YouTube, okay, so that it's easier for me to share personally to anyone. Okay, all right, and then I'll post this PowerPoint slide in the Telegram group also. Okay, all right, yes, it's going to be individual. All right, but don't ask me anything about the technicals of the presentation yet. That will be in the next briefing next week. Okay, all right, okay. If no questions, okay, those who don't have any questions, you can leave. All right, those who maybe dia macam malu-malu nak tanya sekarang, you want to wait here, you can wait. Those who don't have any questions, you can leave now. Okay, thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
All right, welcome.
Thank you, sir.
All right, welcome. Okay, I'll stop presenting.
Thank you, sir.
All right, welcome.
Thank you, sir.